Fochios. This is my second speech for my speech class at Full Sail University. We are taking TED speeches and comparing them to Sir Ken Robertson's speech that was education and how it's killing creative minds. But the one I picked first was Martin Villanova. He did his speech on how I made an impossible movie. For a film fan and a computer animator, this was a very interesting speech for me. He talks about how he made a $23 million movie on a $2.3 million budget and how he had to use creative means in order to finishing his production. He starts his speech with the story of how he broke through barriers into the industry and how he was the writer, the director, and the producer for this film. As a film student and a computer animator, this was very, very interesting, and I'm sure students in Full Sail would really appreciate it. However, what I do feel is that because it was a very specific speech, I feel that it was hard for others to maybe be as entertained by it. He wasn't as funny as not even close to as funny as Sir Ken Robertson. He didn't really use humor in his speech, and I think that kind of hurt. He shared the story, which was important, and I think it got dry, though, towards the middle. Comparatively to Ken Robertson's speech, just two different ways of going about it. I believe Sir Ken Robertson just did a better job. And of a 1 to 5, I would have given Martin a 3 because first he was using his second language, which was English, and I think that was very hard for him. But kudos to him for doing it because he did a good job even with a second language. He kind of was dry, and I just thought that it was hard to keep watching his video, even though I really thought it was entertaining because of it was relevant to what I want to learn. There was parts where it got very dry, and it was just hard to pay attention to. It's hard to give a speech in your second language first, and that's one of the things I pulled away from this story. So if you're ever in like another country and you have to give a speech using a language that isn't something you're very strong with, I can understand why that would be very hard to do. So, on a whole, I thought a good speech. I enjoyed it. I think others might not have enjoyed it as much. But in a whole, very, very, very well done. I liked it. So, for my classmates, I think that dressing appropriately and having a good backdrop to your speech is very important. If you're dressing nicely, people might take your speech a little bit more seriously. They know that what you're saying isn't a joke. They know that you're trying to be informative. And with a backdrop that's very plain, the focus is all on you. So if you can do that, you got yourself a good speech. Thank you guys so much. Bye.